Good afternoon. It's Monday, July 15, 2024. Peace as a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon. Amehule-led Assembly's ultimatum to Governor Fubara ends today. Rivers State government pledges to prioritize primary health care. Rivers architect calls for better management of the cost time and entry water. You're welcome. Now, the submission issued by the Martin Administration Board official Bulletin expires today. Amehule-led State House of Assembly issued the ultimatum during their sitting last week, saying they plan to send a letter to the governor on this. In the letter cited by our correspondent dated 8th July, the lawmaker accused the governor of breaching some sections of the 1999 Constitution to others. However, River State Commissioner for Information responded to this, saying the ultimatum holds no validity. Also, the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, insisted that the Amehule-led lawmakers are gone following their defection from the PDP to the APC. Moving on, Siminalayi Fubara has promised to prioritize primary care in the state. Governor Fubara gave the assurance during an unscheduled inspection of the Degema Zonal Hospital in Degema local government area of the state.
What we're doing is to assure our people that it's not just about we giving them roads, we need to protect them, give them quality.
Healthcare will help goals on healthcare. Responding to Yankachimu's reports that the integrated management of acute malnutrition site in Gila is one of the 6 sites established by the state government of the state in 2024 to address the healthcare of people in communities. In another development, the West African College of Physicians, WACP, in Nigeria has advised critical stakeholders in the health sector, including the government, to take real action on this year's conference theme, One Health for Sustainable National Development. Now, this was the summary of the 6 points of the communique issued by WACP after its 4-day 48th annual conference held in Port Harcourt. The National Secretary of the West African College of Physicians, Taiwo Sheikh, said the pre-conference workshops observed there is a need for more concerted effort in ensuring that healthcare professionals collaborate to strengthen interdisciplinary partnership across human, animal, and animal health.
Massive education and campaigns, eradication of legal fine oil, reduction in oil villages and gas flaring, with better handling of biomass and proper cleanup steps are required for us to be able to enjoy One Health as the government has said itself. Enhancing artificial intelligence for safer oil exploration, especially in this part of the country, which is not just a possibility but a necessity in evolving energy landscape. By leveraging on artificial intelligence, the industry can achieve unprecedented safety standards and operational efficiency, thereby creating a sustainable industry.
Dr. Sheikh said the majority of resolutions of WACP members is to partner the federal government and relevant stakeholders to achieve the 8-point recommendations through advocacy, technical assistance, and capacity building.
Is that the federal and state governments, including developmental partners, should prioritize One Health by implementing One Health policies and plans, support governance reforms to ensure consistent funding and complete implementation. Environmental degradation must be tackled through population control, public participation, control of industry, vehicular and agricultural pollution, protection of biodiversity, prevention of land degradation, pollution monitoring and controls, and hold leaders accountable by urging political commitments, investment, and multi-sectoral collaboration.
Our correspondent reports that the 4-day annual conference in Port Harcourt was attended by over 700 registered participants and other dignitaries from the health sector from member states of WACP. It was in collaboration with the River State government. A free medical outreach was also carried out with over 400 outdoor patients. The high point of the opening ceremony was the presentation of the 48th Sir Samuel Manoa Lecture titled One Health for Sustainable National Development, More Than Just a Slogan, by Musa Dankiao, a professor of family medicine, Bingham University, Karu, Nasarawa State. And away from that, some Port Harcourt residents have urged the federal government to speed up the rebuild portion of the East-West Road. The residents say the deplorable condition in the area will not be satisfied today.
You know, the alternative road that we are passing, using my community now to bus to it's not good. I have been calling that let the state government come and repair the place. The East-West Road, that place has been in bad condition. Allow that place to that people cannot pass there. The state of that road, the community road that they are passing through. If you are passing there in the night, they will rob, especially small, they Ghana, all those small cars, they rob them. Like these trucks, sometimes they rob us for you just park and maybe you collect money and you go.
Now, on Friday, Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri called for urgent federal government intervention over the delayed rehabilitation of the Okobwe axis of the East-West Road in River State. Governor Diri, who said he was stuck in traffic for over 2 hours while on his way to attend a summit in Port Harcourt, called for the sack of the contractor in charge of the project for lacking capacity and urged President Bola Tinubu to hand over the reconstruction of the road to the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. Later, the NDDC announced that it has started emergency repairs on the failed sections of the East-West Road between Ahoda and Ola Okobo Town in Ahoda West local government area of River State. Still to come, economists project higher inflation ahead of MBS report. Stay with us.
Expert views and opinions, informed and
Now, following the collapse of a school in Jos, which killed 22 persons, including school children, and another collapse of a two-story building in Kubwa, Abuja last week, an architect, Ebi Bozimo, has spoken on how to know if a building might collapse. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Bozimo says indicators of potential collapse include deep wall cracks and unsettling vibrations on the building. He, however, added that these signs may not always be immediately visible. Mr. Bozimo emphasized the importance of post-construction inspection using non-destructive testing methods.
You see cracks. In some cases, you might feel vibrations in the building that leads to fault. Whatever the case, a building inspected, even construction. Structures have method they call non-destructive. Inspect elements of the building, the beams, the columns, slab, and make sure that water flow.
Mr. Bozimo also said natural events like earthquakes and ground tremors may cause a building to collapse, but added that many buildings collapse due to system failure, which end up manifesting as structural failure. He identified improper use, overloading, and poor construction as common causes.
Buildings sometimes can collapse because they were not properly put together, or the materials that were used were not what was specified by the designers, or the process by which they were assembled was not as it ought to be. Also, when buildings are differently from that, larger loads than were expected were put on the building, they can collapse. For residential, but you need a library, you'd have designed the foundation and all the structures to be able to support the load.
Mr. Bozimo called on the government to regulate the construction industry by ensuring only licensed professionals are permitted to practice. He also said sanctions should be imposed on unqualified individuals. Now, recall that the governor of Plateau State on Sunday condoled with the families of the 22 victims of the building collapse and declared 3 days of mourning in the state. While in Abuja, the head of public affairs of the FCT Emergency Management Agency, Nkechi Issa, said efforts are ongoing to search for any other person that may be trapped in the building that collapsed in Abuja. And now in business, economists have projected that inflation in June 2024 will continue its upward trend, but at a slower pace compared to previous months. Their projection comes ahead of the National Bureau of Statistics report. They have attributed the persistent rise in inflation to the ongoing structural challenges in agriculture, including insecurity in food production region, high transportation costs, and the continuous depreciation of the naira. And now to entertainment. Chima Udoye has emerged as the winner of the 9th season of Nigeria Idol. He was crowned winner yesterday at the edition's grand finale. And now in sports, Lionel Messi has now become the world's most decorated player in the history of the game, surpassing Brazilian legend Dani Alves. The Argentina captain sealed his 45th career title early this morning as his side defeated Colombia 1-0 in the 2024 Copa America final.
Express yourself right here on Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. From the economic capital of West Africa.
Finally, on the foreign scene, former U.S. President Donald Trump has vowed to unify America at the upcoming Republican convention following his assassination attempt on Saturday night. Now, Mr. Trump promised to deliver a speech different from his originally planned funny one. Meanwhile, U.S. President Joe Biden said on Sunday night that politics must never be a literal battlefield or a killing field.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap of the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The ultimatum issued by the Martin Amihula-led Assembly for Governor Fubara to present the 2024 budget to them ends today. The Rivers State government has pledged to prioritize primary health care. Rivers residents are calling for speedy rehabilitation of the East-West Road. In business, economists project higher inflation ahead of MBS report. And on the foreign scene, Donald Trump has vowed to unify America after assassination attempt. The news was edited by Constance Mega. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.